Hello, everyone. It's this week's Stocks episode. I'm Jam.
I'm Cons.
And we are two pros interested in finance. Was it sudden?
Bro, came out of nowhere, but love it, love it, love it.
So it's Stocks episode. So I guess I'll let you have the way, and we'll talk about the rest.
Yeah, cheers, bro. Welcome to the mid of February. I mean, it's been 2 weeks as well. 2 volatile weeks, and as always, I'm gonna start with the GetQuin summary and our portfolio performance year to date. Aggregated, we are down 10.4%. Hella sad.
Yeah,
My picks are down 9.5 and yours are down 11.3%. I think we're pretty even there. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going to go through the stocks and I think it explains itself why our year to date performance is so terrible for now. For now, yeah. Bank of America didn't have the greatest start. Year to date, down 6%. So is Amazon is actually down over 10%, 12% in the minus year to date. Google is down 3%. Novo Nordisk is down 6%. Netflix is, I believe, the worst performer with 15% in minus. And SAP is down 14%, so performing like Netflix. And Mastercard is down 8%. So every single stock we chose is down
they
year
are
to
down.
date. We started better in the beginning of the year. And just to compare as well with the Nasdaq, sorry, Nasdaq is down 3% and the S&P is down just a little bit, 0.3% year to date. So yeah, our portfolio is doing very bad compared to the indices. I think we're going to touch on that as well in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, every stock we chose has
Is
seen the
down.
red or is seeing the red. And yeah, it's down. And I think from the beginning of the year, we were a little bit euphoric because we had a really great start in the first 2 weeks of January,
Yeah.
both of us. And yeah, I mean, we had the turnaround. We actually got what we wanted and what we kind of predicted. I feel like a very bearish first quarter, first half of the year. I think we were really similar on that kind of opinion. And yeah, man, hit me with your opinion. What do you think about these stocks or our picks these days, man? What's going on?
I have trust in our picks. I think in 6 months' time, by the end of the year, we are still at least going to beat the market. And I am assuming at least like 30-40% in total. But, it's sad that we are having these right now. And it's just like we just gotta wait and see what's happening. And yeah, that's about it. It's just like very sad right now. But yeah, what can I
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, it's really, I feel like there's a lot of sell-off. I mean, um, of course, we just have these stocks here. What is it? 7 picks
Mhm.
of our stocks, right? Return minus. But if I look at my personal portfolio as well, I'm having a little bit of a struggle these days. It feels like a huge drawdown, and there's not a lot of stocks which are performing well year to date so far. Um, I mean, it's worth mentioning ASML. We both own it. It's not in our list this year, but ASML is still performing very well year to date, up 30%. And
The only time that we don't put one stock in our picks and then that outperforms the market by
yeah,
so much.
this is the one we didn't even really think about it because it had such a great year last year. But um, again, this is like my kind of my when we have this discussion, or if a stock has a great year in the last 2 years, what is the probability of it having another great year, right? Having a run for 3-4 years is not really likely for a stock, right? But I don't know. ASML is really running away, still doing its shit. We're still owning it both, and we're not thinking about selling.
Yep.
And yeah, otherwise, like everything is getting beaten down, bro. Everything is getting beaten down except ASML and Lockheed Martin, actually. So that's another one that I think is performing really well year to date. Um, but yeah, man, it's just crazy. I think there's a very maybe like I don't know about Rheinmetall if it's up year to date. I actually haven't checked. Yes.
It's up.
So yeah, weapons manufacturing and I guess semiconductors are still doing fine as well.
Yeah,
But the
so
rest,
just to check Rheinmetall, it's up like 3%. It's not doing the best, but it's like still doing something. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah.
compared to other stocks, it's holding on really well, right? So
Yeah.
I think the whole weapons manufacturing or the whole this kind of sector is really protected. And
Yeah.
I think what's doing really well in the beginning of the year as well, and we talked about is just consumer goods, which are really doing well. Unilever, Coca-Cola, these kind of stocks. Also, Unilever was one of our optional optional picks, or yours at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really interesting, I guess, what's happening these days. And yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What's the main reason behind this, like, or this turmoil we have right now? I feel like there's so many factors influencing the market, and this volatility. We talked about this in the crypto episode as well. You know how high the volatility is, but yeah, what do you think? Where does this come from? Where's the sell off, and what's happening? I feel like everything is sold off these days.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Everything is. I don't know, man. At this point, like, I actually don't know. At this point, I have no clue what's happening, what is going to happen. I actually have no clue, but I know that something's gonna happen, and I don't know. The problem with the market right now is that like there isn't many reasons why market is doing what the market is doing, but you know, just doing market things.
yeah, no, no, no.
There isn't so there isn't so this is my problem with the market right now. Like, what is there to cause the sell-off? There isn't anything. There actually isn't anything to cause the sell-off, but it is happening. Do you know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah, yeah.
like, like, so why are we having this sell-off? Like, what's the catch behind it? And there's no catch behind it, and that just pisses me off. That's my problem with the market right now.
Yeah, I think it's like I don't know, mostly I blame it on AI, but we had this talk personally, right? So for me it would be like okay, we see the sell off like in software companies, like we saw 2 weeks ago in the last episode as well. We talked about it, right? Software companies sell off. But now you also have the sell off in some logistic companies, even and credit rating companies, right? Like Intuit, or I believe Intuit is a credit rating company. But you know what I'm talking about. And I feel like all these sell offs are originating from AI fear, like replacing these
Yeah,
services
yeah,
of these companies. But at the same time, we don't really have an AI hype, like, for example, around Google. Google is down year to date, right? It had a great start in the
yeah.
beginning of the year, but now it's in the minus. And I mean, not heavily, but for me, that would be a natural reaction. Oh, AI is overtaking Google is the number one holder for AI. It should profit from this. Um, but yeah, we don't really see that much happening. I feel like this is
Me don't.
yeah. Um, but yeah, let's see. I don't really. It's really this uncertainty, and everybody doesn't really know what's going on. So yeah, I feel like I'm sitting it out. What I like to mention is keep buying Netflix. I mean, we mentioned this in the past as well. I think Netflix is still like my number one. I want to buy these days, and if I had more money, I would. Um, but yeah, this is pretty much it. Have you bought anything in the last 2 weeks? Was there any buys? I don't think you did, right?
I think I bought like more Mastercard.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, because it dropped a lot. I told you this before when we were talking in private. I wanna go more into financial sector because tech, like I am heavily invested in tech. I have Google, I have Amazon, I have Netflix, I have SAP. So I have like maybe 8 stocks, and like 50% of it is tech. And
Mm-hmm.
I have only two stocks from financial sector, which is Mastercard and Bank of America. And I have one stock for what's it called? uh, for defense, and I have ASML as well. So I have five
Yeah.
companies in tech and one company in defense and two companies in what's it called? Financial sector. So I kind of wanna go into more financial sector. So and like we were talking about it, I checked like S&P Global. It seems like a nice buy because it dropped a lot. Like
Yes.
it's in a very bad condition in terms of like the price. It's
Also
just like
got
dropping,
hurt
dropping, dropping.
because of this
Yeah, yeah,
reason
yeah.
with the
Like
credit
it's
rating,
down.
right?
Exactly. It's down like 30% year to date. So like I want to go into more financial sector. I would rather prefer buying more Bank of America, but I'm not gonna buy Bank of America if it doesn't drop below 50. So I'm just waiting for that mark and I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. But like if it doesn't happen, S&P seems like a very nice buy.
Yeah, I know. I agree. S&P, I think, is very attractive right now. I don't think you could go wrong in the next 5 to 10 years as an investment there. It's like a historical drop as well, right? For its valuation, I've looked at it. You don't get these drops for these companies a lot. So
You don't.
maybe for you, it opens up a nice buying opportunity. And I wouldn't mind a position in it as well. So like it's really interesting right now. I put it on my watch list. We'll see. Maybe it runs away without me, depending on the cash flow as well, right? Um, but yeah, I think like because you're saying you're more interested in Bank of America or S&P Global, the financials, I think that's a good call for the rest of the year. I don't think you can go wrong. It's really stable um compared to the tech sector these days or software sector,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I think I would buy more Mastercard. I love Mastercard and I think I can.
Mastercard is not a bad buy, but you know, Mastercard itself is like trading around like 500 something dollars. So when you buy Mastercard, like even when you buy like two shares, right, it's already a thousand
Yeah,
dollars there. So it's like I am heavily invested in terms of like money wise, like the
yeah,
numerical wise. I'm heavily invested in Mastercard, whereas I'm not that much heavily invested because of the number of shares,
yeah,
because of the price with Bank of America. So rather than buying more Mastercard, I would rather buy like another company like S&P Global or like Bank of America, which I really want to buy Bank of America of. So that's the main reason. Not that I don't like Mastercard. It's just like I'm already heavily invested in terms of
yeah.
like the percentage in my portfolio.
No, I feel you. I can still add a little bit. I still have some room. I bought into it once so far, right? So I treat it. It's funny
Hmm.
because I treat it like differently. Netflix, I've bought 4 times within a month, but Mastercard within 2 months, I only bought once, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I would love to add more to Mastercard. I feel like there is. I can honestly, I wouldn't mind doubling my position. So I still have a lot of room left, But
Yeah.
yeah, let's see. Let's see. The opportunity has to be there, and the cash,
And
as
yeah, as we
always.
always say, the opportunity never ends in this market. So,
No, no.
you know.
Exactly, and it comes surprising, right? We saw it with Netflix as well. It does, like, it keeps dropping, you don't expect it, and, it can come with other companies as well, if you to look back, like, 2, 3 months ago with S&P Global, who would have said, "Oh, this, this company is gonna drop 30%?" Nobody. Nobody in
Yeah.
their right mind,
Yeah, nobody.
They say, "Oh, it's so stable. Oh, no worries, you can buy into it any time." And then the sell-off happens. Everybody's surprised. Everybody's scared, doesn't buy in. I think like now is a good time to buy in general. By the way, I think there is some buying opportunities for people who aren't invested in some companies. Um, but yeah, it's it's so uncertain these days, so I'm a little bit careful.
Oh yeah, very,
Yeah,
very, very uncertain. But like we always say this, like in by the end of the year, I still have a huge trust in the companies that we have invested in. So like
yeah.
it's going to be okay. It's going like I am not scared. It's just a bit upsetting that we are seeing these like drops, but I am not scared. So
Yeah.
that's the catch.
Yeah, for me, actually, the drawdown I'm experiencing right now in my personal portfolio, of course, some bad choices have contributed to that, such as PayPal. I don't want to talk about it. But like this kind of drawdown, is like similar to the April drawdown. You're in the
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Everything went down the last 3 months or 2 months, whatever. And from this you can only come out better. Like in 6 months' time,
yeah.
it's gonna be fine again. And yeah. The only thing I would like to add to this whole thing that 6 months everything is gonna get better is that the indices are not really struggling right now. And I can see this on my all world ETF as well.
Hmm.
But when I compare my portfolio with the indices, I'm a little bit scared regarding this, that we will have still a large sell-off in the general market, because I feel like the general market is doing fine, even though singular stocks are getting punished, I guess, if you
Yeah,
know what I mean, right? So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's a little bit scary.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, like the indices are going up because, like, the consumer sector is just like increasing
Yeah,
tremendously.
yeah.
Like,
The
when we were
balance.
talking about our picks in the beginning of the year, we said, oh, which companies didn't go into our um portfolio, like into our picks, and for me, at least one of them was Unilever and did 30%
Yeah.
year to date. So you never know. And also I said like, oh, Chevron didn't make it to my list because of this, that, and it did amazing. So
Yeah, it was also one of mine.
sad
And
times, very, very sad
yeah,
times.
it teaches you a lesson, I think it teaches you a nice
Yeah.
lessons as an investor. You can see that these companies, or like very conservative companies, also uh, get their little run once in a while, especially if they're beaten down,
Yeah.
or if other companies, when investors, they flood different markets, due to sentiment, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
right
Yeah.
now the sentiment is so volatile or risky, whatever people say, and then they return to the good old conservative stocks, and they
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
works for the time being, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
We're
but
just going
yeah,
to wait and see at this point.
I think so as well. I think so as well. Earnings wise, we had a couple of earnings. I'm not too sure what to talk about, but the ones that we do have in the picks are GetQuin. I think they're doing all really well, except SAP. I think they had, but we talked about this in the last episode as well. Um, but from what I see, they all nearly beat their earnings in the EPS. I didn't really check too much. I didn't really see.
I think
Um,
I think Amazon missed something, but I am not entirely sure, to
yeah,
be
I
fair.
think just barely, and their capex spending. I think that's what also triggered the sell-off. Maybe that's something we still want to talk about. There was a huge sell-off in Amazon, and capex
I'm
spending.
like right now, I'm like even with the price that I entered. So,
Yeah, I think I'm
oh,
just in minus
Amazon,
0.5%, which is, I mean, not
very
the.
sad.
Yeah, it's, for, like even, like 3 months back, how I talked about Amazon. Oh, I'm happy with Amazon. It's 20%. Be happy with 20%. It's better than zero. It's better than minus 20, and bam, back to reality. You know how it is. It's crazy.
Market hits
Yeah,
hard, man.
yeah, and unexpected. So, but for example, if you, I mean, like you said, you're even now, or I'm a little bit in minus. So this would be a stock if you're not invested and you like the company. I think Amazon right now is not a bad buy. It's definitely, I thought about buying more, but like you said, with the tech sector, too much in tech sector, of course. But as a new investor, I would say Amazon can totally be a buy right now for the next 3-4 years. That's really interesting.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 110%. It
Uh,
will be. Yeah, Amazon is gonna be fine.
yeah, no,
We
I
like
agree.
Amazon. Amazon is gonna be fine. So let's see what's gonna happen. That's what we can say.
Yep, yep, yep. Otherwise, I don't really have much to add. on the rest, I don't really know what else happened in the market. To be fair, I'm not too invested in these times, right? I really got sick and tired of the last 2 weeks and this like news flash every day. You get hella news about anything really, and market is tanking. I stopped watching, like for real, like a
I
car.
stopped watching. Yeah,
You know,
literally.
like when your portfolio drops 3% in a day, or like 10% in like 3 days, you're just okay. Like, how bad can it get
Done.
from here? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm really, really, really chilling right now. I'm just hoping for bullish, but I'm really hoping we don't get an NDC crash, and I hope we are going into the recovery phase soon, because that's what I would like to see.
I mean,
Regarding,
hopefully.
yeah, yeah.
Hopefully
Uh,
that's what we are hoping for. Is it gonna happen? We don't know, but we are going to see.
truly. Otherwise, I would just check and move on to the earnings, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And let me just check what was actually last week's earnings. Did we miss anything regarding that?
I
Um,
don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, no, it was not really anything interesting or of interest for us. I think Coinbase had its earnings, but again, I think I mentioned that in the crypto episode. There was nothing special about their Coinbase earnings. Don't really interest me anyway, because they can fluctuate so much with the crypto. It's crazy. Like, um, oh yeah, Ferrari had a really interesting earnings. They beat actually the EPS and revenue according to Google, but investing.com says otherwise. But they had a really good reaction, and up to 6 to 8%. And I think they increased their outlook. And Ferrari was always interesting for me, because it's a luxury brand, not really a car company, and they are just sold out 24/7. And it's such a brand, like they don't give Ferraris to anyone, right? So
Yeah, they
even
don't.
though even though they choose their customer base, they always sold out, which blows my mind. And yeah, I think yeah, Ferrari might be still an interesting choice. I hope it drops a little bit more. Um,
It will drop, most likely, yeah.
yeah, I'm hoping
Most
for
likely
it.
it will drop.
Yeah, but I think it's an interesting company, and I think it's probably a very good long-term investment. So I keep watching this company. Um, but yeah, you have anything to add with Ferrari?
No, I don't. Zero.
Good stuff. Then I shall continue uh, with the earnings, if you're ready,
Go for
of
it.
next week. And I will have, wait, I have it on the earnings whispers. I keep sending you. It's a new tradition of mine. Um, but yeah, Monday we don't really have anything going on earnings wise. Tuesday, not really that interesting. By the way, I'm checking the earnings on the earnings whispers instead of Qualtrim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't really see anything on Tuesday, uh, as well as as Wednesday. Okay, you could argue eBay is interesting, or Carvana,
Mhm, mhm.
eToro on Tuesday. But yeah, I never check these earnings. I think Thursday is quite interesting with Walmart. It's a nice indicator for the consumer market. And yeah, honestly, Klarna and John Deere.
That's about it.
John Deere is really
Yeah,
interesting,
there's
I
John
guess.
Deere, yeah.
Yeah, and Klarna is interesting. Klarna is like I don't know if you know about it, but I've heard about this
Yeah, yeah,
company a
yeah, I
lot.
know, I
It's
know.
it's the PayPal competitor. Not doing well year to date, by the way,
I
minus
mean, they
30%.
essentially, as far as I know, they essentially give, like, really small loans,
Hmm.
kind of like a
Yeah.
company, and they make installments for any payment or something. Recently, they made a deal with OnlyFans.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, like,
It is an interesting company, for
yeah.
sure, but I feel like it hasn't established itself yet. And yeah, but it's another competitor to PayPal, so it's something to watch. And yeah, otherwise, John Deere, I guess. I like John Deere. That's an interesting company. It
Yeah,
was
you
on my
always
watch.
mention John
Yeah,
Deere. Yeah.
yeah. It was on my watch list about a year ago, but I've put it up because if you watch the graph of John Deere, you will probably realize why I didn't put it back in anymore. Because shit increased by like 50% in the last year, or in the last, yeah, I think 5 years it's up 80%. And I wanted to buy it in 2024, 2025. And yeah, I missed the train, I
It's
guess.
year to date up nearly 30%, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
saying.
I missed the train on that one again. But yeah, you can't have everything, unfortunately. That's the problem. But
Yeah, unfortunately, again, it
mm,
comes down to whether we trust our picks or not, and we do. So hopefully, we are gonna beat all these companies. I mean, our picks are not doing well with the beginning of the year, but I think they're going to do well by the towards the end. So
yeah, and I think that's the whole point, right? The end of the year matters. So we're just 2 months in. We're just 2 months in,
yeah.
less than 20% of the year. So I think we still got good time. And yeah, otherwise, man, I got nothing else to add. Let's sit it out.
There isn't much to think other than the sell-off, which we don't understand why there's a sell-off. Like there's this AI bubble apparently, but like no, there
Every
isn't
six
an
months,
AI
man. Every
bubble. I
6
feel like
months.
yeah, every 6 months there's AI bubble. Every 6 months there's tariffs. Every 6 months there is this war. Like there's always something, but at the end we all turn out to be fine. We just learn that it's like people forget news. They don't care about it in like 2 weeks. They don't care about it.
I'm
So
glad.
like it's just yeah, literally it's just a time to buy. Like literally, if there's bad news, it means that okay, it's time to buy. Let's buy it. Easy as
No,
that.
I love that you changed, that you joined me on these news shit, because it's so
Yeah,
useless. And then it's like in the end, you just have a stack of news about any company you own. Like, and you're not even the one who
yeah,
decides which one is bearish or bullish. So it's the
yeah.
market which decides. So it doesn't matter if you hear them or not. Like, unless the company is going bankrupt, I really don't care, like, about news. Um, but yeah, um, let's sit it out. Let's hope for better times.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, man, six
Okay.
months time will be good.
Okay. 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 Then shall we end it? Because there
And
isn't
we can end
actually
it
much
out.
to talk about.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. So thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Your grandma, your grandpa. You guys know everything. Catch you guys in the next
Ciao,
episode. Bye
ciao,
bye.
guys. Ciao, ciao.